Hello, hello. So, as you can tell, I got the icon is different on my Mosey, or however you pronounce the app. So today we're gonna react to a Snapchat stories called Something Scary. I've been addicted to this so much. So I've already watched I've watched episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. So I think we're gonna read episode 4. It doesn't really matter which order you read it in or watch it in, but I think this is going to be great. I love these stories so much. I'm addicted to them. They're told by a girl with short hair. Let's just get into it. The one we're gonna react to is, maybe we could react to a couple. I think we should react to a couple, so let's get started. So the first one is, this insane camp story will shock you. Okay.
There was a summer camp that was created many years ago,
the girl
called Sunny Summer Camp.
Okay.
It was originally an all-boys camp founded by
Boo!
a ranger by the name of Sunny Summers. This story takes place the first year the camp.
It was originally an all-boy camp.
So at orientation,
what changed?
The camp leader was explaining the Mr. Summers contest that was held at the end of every camp.
Really?
The boy who looked the most like the founder would win a trophy and cash prize.
That's actually cool. Oh, are you kidding me? I forgot to mention there's ads and stuff. What is this?
A red-headed girl with long braided pigtails raised her hand.
What?
What if we open the contest to everybody this year? She asked. That's a great idea, Juliana.
Oh wait, I thought it was an all-boy
exclaimed. And maybe the judging criteria could be less about appearance and more about whoever shares the most qualities with Sunny Summers. Everyone around her began clapping and cheering, except for a boy sitting a few rows behind her. His name was Dustin.
Frick you, Dustin.
He wasn't happy with his change. He looked like the direct descendant of Sunny Summers and believed he was a guaranteed win.
Well, frick you. I've heard of this game before. I've played it too. I think I've played
But now that they were changing the rules, he was worried he might not. Over the summer, his disdain for Juliana grew and grew.
Wow.
So, the night before the Mr. Summers contest, Dustin asked his friend Trevor to help him with a prank. He didn't give him many details, just that he wanted to teach Juliana a lesson for having a big mouth.
No.
Dustin had been observing Juliana all summer and knew that she was usually the last one in her cabin because she would stay up and help the camp counselors clean. What a suck-up, Dustin thought.
Stop. Shut up,
so
Dustin.
They hid in the nearby bushes until Juliana showed
Are
up.
they just gonna scare her?
When she finally did, Dustin jumped in front of her and told her that one of the counselors was asking for her and motioned for her to follow them. When the three of them had walked a bit away from the cabins, Dustin pushed Juliana onto her back on the ground. The impact knocked her out.
Whoa. You should not do, I feel like he's planning to hurt her. You shouldn't have a grudge against somebody just because of what they did.
Dustin
I think
sat on her legs and told Trevor to hold her arms down in case she woke up. Trevor had no idea what Dustin was planning, but he silently obeyed. He watched in confusion as Dustin pulled out a needle and string from his pocket and began to sew Juliana's mouth shut. Once he was done,
what?
They hid her body in a bush and hurried back to their cabins. That'll teach her to shut up, Dustin said. Trevor was speechless, still shaking from the horrific act he was an accomplice to. Dustin noticed. Dude, we're not going to leave her out there forever. We'll go get her after the contest tomorrow. The next morning, Dustin and Trevor sat in the back row of the mess hall where the Mr. Summers contest, now renamed Sunny Summers contest, was being held. The camp leader called out the name of the to the stage.
Why would you do that?
Showed up with
what the heck?
Juliana.
I'm just speechless. Oh my god.
Silence, aside from Dustin's stifled giggles. After the contest, everyone walked back to their cabins to pack their things. Dustin and Trevor noticed the camp leader running around in a panic. asking campers if they'd seen Juliana.
Wait, she's probably dead.
Dustin turned to Trevor and said it was time to go get her. They walked back to Sunny Rock, but her body was nowhere to be found.
I thought
Oh
it
God,
probably fell out.
Trevor said, feeling sick to his stomach. You don't think that she... He pointed over the edge of the cliff.
Oh my God.
As the boys peered over the edge, they heard a voice behind them, looking for me. It was Juliana. She was still alive. They turned around to see her standing there, but
she's a ghost.
She was covered in dirt and blood. Her
She fell
clothes
off the
were
cliff.
torn with twigs and leaves scattered all over.
Whoa.
Her eyes were filled with
Oh
rage.
my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was still sewn shut. Her voice echoed inside of their heads. I can't let you hurt anyone else like this again. Juliana lunged toward Dustin, which caused him to step back, lose his balance, and fall down the cliff. Trevor couldn't move. And although he quietly stood there, Juliana could hear his racing thoughts bouncing around in his mind.
Oh my God. This is actually creepy.
Please don't hurt me. It wasn't my idea. I didn't even really do anything. Juliana took a step towards him.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Many years have gone by since Juliana's death. A monument was erected on Sunny Rock in her honor.
What about Dustin?
And every summer, the campers adorn it with flowers and the sunny
Do they know who did it?
Legend has it that Juliana still watches over the camp, protecting those who speak up and punishing anyone who dares to silence them.
I mean, you shouldn't kill them, you know. That was terrifying. That actually was scary. Okay, it's time to the next one. This one's called Will Her Family Kill Her? Yeet. That was actually freaking scary. Episode 4, oh my God. See, like, the thing is, I actually get scared of these, because, like, these are really insane stories. I don't know if they were made up, or, like, I need to do more research into this, but, like, So some of these I haven't seen, obviously, so we're just going to react to the ones that I haven't seen. I hate her.
I used to think my family hated me. Maybe hate is a strong word, but I definitely did not
I love this girl. The way she tells the stories is, like, amazing.
I was my parents' least favorite compared to my two younger sisters. They just never seemed to want to be around me or talk to me. They wouldn't even let me take care of our hamster.
And I like the
Lulu.
art style as well.
I thought I was being paranoid, but my parents' cold demeanor became more apparent when we moved into a new house.
Oof.
They gave me the room at the very end of the hallway,
No.
secluded and removed from everything else.
No. I would not go in that room. I'd rather sleep in the living room. No, the living room is the worst room. Wait, I don't know. I just...
They claimed it was so I could have privacy, but I think they just wanted me far away. That room gave me the creeps.
You should call child services.
The first night there, I woke up and heard hushed voices echoing the walls of my room.
I hear hushed voices. If I hear hushed voices in my room or in the walls of my room, that's when I'm getting the heck out of there, calling child services. Someone else who will love me can take me. Nuh-uh. No. I'm good.
They claimed it was so I could have privacy.
Oh.
But I think they just wanted me far away. That room gave me the creeps. I remember the first night there.
Yeah,
I woke up and heard hushed voices echoing in the walls of
my room.
No,
I'm good.
I couldn't make out everything they were saying.
They were saying stuff?
The many times it came up.
Yeah, that's when I leave.
The next morning, I told my mom about the voices and that I thought the house might be haunted. You must have heard the pipes or something, she said dismissively.
I hate you, Mom.
I know what I heard. I also knew arguing with her wasn't going to go anywhere, so I decided to suck it up. I went to bed with such anxiety that night that I had an incredibly lucid and horrifying nightmare. I was strapped down to my bed, surrounded by dark figures who were chanting over and over, and I couldn't move or scream. I just laid there while these figures sprinkled me with unknown substances.
What? What?
next morning at breakfast, I silently ate while my parents asked my sisters how school was going. Then Jamie, one of my sisters, turned to me. "Are you still hearing things at night, Sissy?" she asked. I was actually a little startled by the sudden attention
What?
on me. Yeah, and I
She
actually
knows
had
about
a
that?
pretty bad dream last night. Felt like there were people in my room or
Yeah.
something. My sister then turned
I
to look
hate
at my
those kind of
parents.
dreams where you
I
just
felt
can't
like they
move
were
and there's something
telepathically talking
terrible
about me
happening.
right in front of me. Then Jamie spoke again. "Mom, you should give her that stuff to make her sleep better." My mom nodded. I was still taken aback by this sudden interest in helping me sleep better. So before bed that night, I swallowed the pill that my mom gave me. As an extra precaution, I gathered as many religious items from around the house.
Sprinkle that holy water all over the house. Sprinkle some salt, okay? Thank you.
Put them in my room.
Yeah, sprinkle some holy water.
Protect me from whatever was haunting me during
holy
my sleep.
water. Get some holy water.
I woke up in a panic.
Oh my god. These ads are killing me. I remember Fred the movie.
Everything I had put up the night before was now on the ground, shattered in pieces. I knew my
hell no. That happens to me. I'm getting the holy water. I'm calling an exorcist. Something that'll help me. I need to get the demons out of my house. Okay, thank you very much.
Everything I had put up the night before
was now on the ground,
shattered in pieces.
Heck no.
I knew my parents were not
Get the holy water
happy,
and the salt.
but I also felt like this was proof that there was something in my room. So I ran to tell my parents. "There must have been an earthquake during the night, I guess,"
Shut up.
Mom said. But nothing else in the house was broken. Only the religious items in my room. It didn't add up. I spent that whole day crying in my room. Before bedtime, Jamie came in with her hands cupped in a ball. She hopped on my bed and opened her hands. "Here, maybe Lulu
Jamie
will
is
help
such a
you
good
sleep tonight,"
person.
she said. I glanced out the door and back at my sister. "Is Mom okay with that?" "She doesn't have
Jamie.
to know."
Jamie's so
I
cute.
my sister and lay down to bed, snuggling Lulu in my hands.
Jamie should
When I
sleep
woke
with
up the
her.
next morning, Lulu had moved. I felt around my pillows and blankets, but I couldn't find her. I realized it was an idiotic idea to fall asleep like that with a tiny animal. I figured she must have run out of my room under the door in the middle of the night, so I went looking for her. The rest of my family was already up and in the middle of breakfast. I couldn't let them know I had lost Lulu, so I decided to continue my search after I had a couple bites. But after swallowing one spoonful of cereal, I spit it out onto the table. I suddenly felt incredibly nauseous. I began dry heaving over the table until I coughed up a small clump of brown fur.
Uh-oh.
My family immediately stood up and began praying the Lord's Prayer.
Wow.
I felt dizzy and blacked out.
What the heck? They sound like demons!
When I came to, I was strapped on my bed with my family standing around me, sprinkling unknown substances all over me. "What are you doing? Why do you hate me?" I cried, frantically trying to release myself. The expressions of each of my family members turned to sadness. "We don't hate you, Desiree," my dad said.
Oh my
"We
god.
hate who you become at night."
What?
I don't understand.
Wait, we hate who you become at night? What? What do they mean by that? What?
I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither, girl.
"You tried to kill each and every one of us in your sleep," my dad continued, "multiple times."
The fuck? And they didn't tell her. They should have told her earlier. We could have called an exorcist, okay? I don't... God.
I don't understand. "You've tried to kill each and every one of us."
Look at her eyes.
My dad continued.
Just like, I'm here. Call an exorcist on me.
"We're trying to help you, Sissy," Jamie chimed in. "But nothing seems to be working." I didn't know what to think. This whole time, I thought that I was being traumatized by a demon in my room, and I was the demon.
So that's what her
Family
dream is
didn't
about.
hate me. They're just afraid of me.
Oh, that's horrible.
I think I am too.
Oh my god, they just leave it with that? That's horrible. What the heck? Oh my god. That's terrifying. I swear. My family, if in the middle of the night I was strapped to my bed and my family told me I was trying to kill him at night, I would be like, good. You all should be dead anyways. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm really kidding. Okay. And, like, that happened to me. I don't know. I mean, I have had some past troubles with my family, but, like, that doesn't mean I wouldn't want to kill them. Like, that is terrifying. God. So, next one is this insane birthday story will shock you. Yeet.
Until I was 13 years old, I lived in a small village in Scotland. It was a very peaceful
Man, these stories
area
are actually really
not
creepy.
too far away. I lived in a house with my mother and grandmother. I'd never met my father. I figured he left the family before I was born.
What the heck? I just like...
Want to choose how your story ends?
I just like how these ads are in their little scary stories. It's like, oh, and then she's dead. Oh, but have you heard about this new game? Oh my god, it's so amazing. Oh, God.
Neither my mother nor grandmother ever talked about him, so I never really asked about him.
And there's like
the
happy music in the ad too.
Birthday. My mom came into my room and sat on my bed. She jokingly asked if I wanted a unicorn for my birthday. Like most little girls, I had a horse phase, but I was slowly growing out of it.
We all have that horse girl. That looks like there's actual strings on the phone.
So I just told her that I'd love some more books. There actually was something that I wanted for my birthday.
A horse?
But I didn't think my mom would be happy about it.
A boyfriend?
I'd be fine with just the books. I loved to read, after all.
Same.
One of my favorite things to do was go out into the nearby forest, lean against my favorite tree, and read a book.
That's great.
How can I tell if someone blocked me on Instagram?
What the
Download
heck?
the Core app to find out.
The heck? No!
And that's what I did later that day. I tucked my copy of Where the Red Fern Grows under my arm and walked to my spot. I was lost in my book for maybe 15 minutes when I was interrupted by a sound.
Oh, hell no.
It sounded like the neigh of a horse.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was really odd, so I decided to see where it was coming from.
A horse?
It led me to the river. Standing by the water was the most beautiful and majestic white horse I'd ever seen.
A white horse too? I love white horses. They're like a
Its coat was
unicorn.
smooth and shiny. Its mane was long and luxurious. It turned its sparkling black eyes toward me.
Black?
I felt compelled to go closer. I was lost in my book for maybe. Standing by the water was the most. I was lost in my book.
Wait, what the heck?
Standing by
Okay,
the water
you know what? Let's just leave it by
the
here.
most beautiful and majestic white horse I'd ever seen. Its coat was smooth and shiny. Its mane was long and luxurious. It turned its sparkling black eyes toward me.
Sparkling black
and I felt compelled to go closer.
It's trying to kill you.
I know it sounds strange, but 12-year-old me felt as if the horse was asking me to ride it.
She a horse girl. She hasn't grown out of the phase.
Inside me, it was so weird. I continued to approach the magnificent.
I'll run away.
When I heard my mother's voice, not in my head, but echoing among the trees. I snapped out of my trance and began to walk back home, bidding the mysterious horse goodbye. At the dinner table, I told my family about the horse that I saw. They both stopped and looked at me. Are you sure it was a horse that you saw? My mother asked. The forest can play tricks on your eyes. I'm positive it was a horse, I replied.
Oh.
It was so beautiful.
Maybe because
What do you think it was
I think
doing out
like
there?
it's some type of illusion that they're trying to lure in to kill her because like she likes horses and stuff. Yeah.
The forest can play tricks on your eyes. I'm positive it was a horse, I replied. It was so beautiful. What do you think it was doing out there? I don't know what it was you saw, but you should probably stay away from the river.
Yeah.
It's not safe. I remember feeling really confused and frustrated by their response to my
I mean,
experience.
I would too.
Why didn't they just believe me? The next morning,
Like,
I woke up to my mom singing happy birthday
No.
to me in my room.
I don't know.
She said my grandma had gone into town for a special birthday surprise, so we
Yay.
would celebrate when she got back.
Unless she died.
My mom asked me what I wanted to do while we waited, and I told her that I was really close to finishing my book and just wanted to do that. So I went back to my favorite spot.
Just don't
and
go
began
back to the
read.
river.
Moments later, I heard someone calling my name.
Like,
V. Hey, V.
it's the horse.
I looked up, and there was
Oh.
a kind-looking woman,
How do
possibly in
they
her
know?
20s, peering from around a tree.
She
You're
seems
Douglas's
nice.
daughter, no? I cocked my head at her in disbelief and replied, "How did you know?" She smiled warmly and gestured for me to follow her.
I would not
"He
follow her.
wanted you to have this for your 13th birthday. Come, now."
She seems
I
nice.
knew I wasn't supposed to follow strangers deeper into the forest. I knew that. But she knew who I was, so maybe she wasn't a complete stranger. I closed my book and followed her.
Since this
She
is
led
a
me to
scary
the same
story,
clearing by the river
she
I
shouldn't
was at
follow her.
yesterday. And there it was, the same white horse. "It's all yours, dear. Happy birthday." The horse seemed to nod its head at me, almost as if reassuring me that, yes, all of this was true. My father was out there somewhere and sent this horse as my birthday gift.
Or he just wants to kill
I
you.
had so many unanswered questions, but in that moment, all of my concerns sort of drifted away.
No.
The only thought on my mind was that I needed to ride that horse.
No, you didn't.
It was even more gorgeous
Since
and
this is a
close.
scary story,
As
something's
if
bad
under
gonna
a
happen and
spell,
I'm scared.
my hand reached out to stroke its mane. But after one stroke, I realized something was very wrong. My hand was stuck. It wouldn't come off. While I frantically tried to pry it off, I heard the woman laughing maniacally behind me. Then suddenly, a gunshot. I turned around to see the woman's body
Oh.
on the ground morph into the body of a dead black horse. And a few feet away was my grandmother,
Yeah!
aiming a gun right at me.
Damn, grandmother got some skills.
"Please forgive me, V. Now hold still." I ducked my head. I felt liquid fire tear through my fingers. She had shot my hand. I grabbed my bleeding digits with my other hand and screamed wildly.
Ooh.
But I was free. I ran toward my grandmother while the horse's body began to shrivel and fall into the river.
She shot her hand.
After my grandmother had bandaged my hand and I had calmed down, I asked her what the hell happened back there.
Yeah.
"I'm so sorry, V," she said, "but I had no choice. That Kelpie was going to drag you into the river and drown you." "Kelpie?
Yeah.
What's a Kelpie?" "They're malicious horses that live near the water. They can shapeshift into human beings to try and trick you into riding their sticky bodies. That's actually how your father died."
Oh
I took
my
a moment to let that new
God.
information sink in.
No. Was he young or like, I'm pretty sure he was not young because then he wouldn't have a daughter. But that's horrible.
Actually how your father
That's
died.
horrible.
I took a moment to let that new information sink in.
Crazy.
But why didn't we move?
Oh my God.
Why didn't we leave this area? "Because we didn't want to believe that's what happened, V," my mother cried. We moved to the city shortly after,
Good.
far away from any large body of water. I may have lost a piece of me that day.
Now she's gonna be scared to drink
but
water.
I also got my birthday wish.
A horse?
I finally learned the truth.
Oh, I get it. I get why her mom wouldn't like her birthday present. She wanted to know what happened to her father. Oh. Oh no. That's so sad. This is like sad and scary at the same time. Like, I'm not gonna trust any woman now. I'm not gonna even trust myself. I'm not trusting horses. I'm not trusting water either. I'm getting rid of all the water in my fridge now. Thank you very much. Okay, so the next one is probably, I don't know. Maybe it's the last one. We'll see. I kind of want to do just a couple more. So this next one is this first date turns deadly.
Want to hear something scary?
Stop
Tanya
that.
sat alone at the bar, nervously scrolling through
Scary
her phone.
stories. I need a shirt like that.
Whenever someone walked in, she'd glance at the door and then back down at her phone. She had been sitting there
She has
for
nice
at
hair,
least
though.
15 minutes, so the bartender decided to talk to her.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was the bartender. Yeah, I've heard about this. I've heard about that
Waiting for
webtoon
someone?
story. I've actually read some of it.
His name tag read Elliot.
Elegant. Yeah,
Yeah. Tanya was preoccupied with her phone.
Same girl. Same.
Elliot pressed on. I hate when people are late. So disrespectful. Tanya looked up.
Oh.
I know, right? He's probably standing me up. I don't know.
Okay. Wait, so the cover of this terrifies me because it's the girl. The girl's crying and it's red. I thought she was on top of the car window or something. I don't know.
Is that common on these things? She gestured toward the dating app on her screen. Oh, you're on Love Tap? You haven't heard the bad things people are saying about it? No. What are people saying? They ended up conversing over the next half hour.
Oof.
Elliot made her a couple of drinks, and she almost completely forgot about her date.
What are bad people saying about the app? I don't know. So I can never try it.
It had been 45 minutes before Tanya realized that he never showed up. She decided to call it a night and asked for her bill, but Elliot said he'd taken care of it. It's the least I could do. I promise, we're not all bad. Tanya thanked him and walked out of the bar.
What do you mean, we're not
But
all
before
bad?
she got to her car, she felt a hand on her shoulder. She turned around. It was Elliot. He told her that he had a fun time talking with her and was wondering if he could take her out sometime.
I don't trust Elliot.
Tanya said she was flattered, but it probably wasn't a good idea, and turned back towards her car. I don't understand. Did I do something wrong? Elliot replied. No, just, I'm not really looking to date anyone right now. You were literally waiting for a date in there. Come on, just one drink. I have to go. Tanya continued to her car. She could feel Elliot's eyes on her as she drove away. After only a few minutes of being on the road, a car behind her began flashing their high beams.
Oh no, oh my god.
They pulled up super close to her bumper and continued flashing. Tanya assumed they wanted to pass her, so she gestured out the window. The car was now honking wildly. What the hell did they want? Tanya thought.
It's
The car
Elliot.
finally pulled up beside her. It was Elliot. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Tanya thought to herself. Just ignore him. Just keep your eyes straight ahead.
I would judge as far away from
Elliot
there
yelling
as
at
I
her
could.
to pull over. He can't be serious, Tanya thought. In that moment, Tanya regretted not giving him her number, even as a courtesy. She didn't actually have to answer if he texted. In the corner of her eye, she saw Elliot hold his arm out towards her. She turned her head to see him pointing a gun at her car. She screamed and slammed on the brakes, pulling over onto the shoulder. Elliot pulled over in front of her. Tanya got out of the car with her hands up as Elliot ran towards her. She fell to her knees and began to cry. What do you want from me? Get out of the car, Elliot continued to yell. I am out of the car, you maniac, not you. Him. Elliot passed Tanya and continued pointing the gun towards the back of the car. Confused, Tanya turned around. From the back seat arose a man. The man she was supposed to meet at the bar. Elliot held his gun on the man while Tanya called the police.
So Elliot's a good
When
guy.
she told the officers what had happened, they weren't surprised. Apparently, Love Tap was attracting a lot of creeps. The security measures on the app were so low that it was extremely easy to gather women's personal information.
Oh God, so Elliot
As a
was a
result,
good guy.
there had been
I thought he
multiple
was like a maniac or
instances of
something.
men waiting for women in their cars and even their homes. After the officers arrested the man, Tanya found a rope in her back seat. She was so grateful to have not been this man's next victim.
Yeah.
Wow, I really dodged a bullet
I
there,
thought
huh?
Elliot was a
Tanya
creep.
said to Elliot. Thanks again for saving my life. Seriously, I wouldn't suppose you'd be interested in grabbing a drink with me now, would you? Elliot asked. They both chuckled. No, Elliot, honestly, I'm just not interested. I hope you understand. All right, well, I hope I see you around sometime soon. And after thanking him again, Tanya headed home. Elliot took out his phone and snapped a photo of Tanya's car and opened up Love Tap. Very, very soon.
Oh, hell no, I knew it! Elliot was a freaking killer. Huh, I knew it. Like, he seemed a little bit too eager to go out with her. God. Okay, so the next one is this urban legend will terrify you. Yet. I think we only have 3 more episodes left, because I've seen episode 11 just because that was the first one I've seen. Okay, so let's go to episode 8. The late night messenger is coming for you.
Victor's grandfather, Ricardo,
Okay.
used to work as a
That's
mail
good.
and message man.
I'm glad it's
This was
daytime.
back when people communicated primarily through letters or Morse code. Because not everyone was literate, he was hired by people who needed someone to write their letters for them.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Ooh, what is happening? She just completely changed her look. Okay.
Sometimes he'd be called to read aloud letters that had been received. One
This is
day,
probably going to be the
he
last
received
one.
an urgent request from his employer via Morse code.
Via Morse code.
Family needs your immediate assistance reading a letter. Double pay.
I like
It was the middle of the night, and the address was
Where
at
can I
least
get
an
one?
hour walk away.
I can't win. Good job. Good for you. There has been so many ads. Oh my god.
But Ricardo was fine with it, if it meant more money. So he put on his coat, grabbed a lantern, and headed out. It was pretty chilly that night. The wind was gently whistling, the crickets were softly singing, and the only light was from the moon and Ricardo's lantern.
Are you kidding me? I just watched an ad.
He decided to take a shortcut through the wooded area of the town. The trees blocked out most of the moonlight, but Ricardo wasn't afraid of the dark. He had been walking for about 10 minutes when he noticed a very small, flickering light up ahead.
I'm
Curious to know what it was,
I'm good.
Ricardo picked up speed towards the light. As he came closer,
that's the guy that has like blood on his face.
Sharply dressed, middle-aged
Yeah,
man
that's an evil guy.
trying to
Now
light
I know.
a cigarette. Hey, the man called to him. Want to give me a hand?
Nope, it's an
Ricardo
evil guy.
walked up to the man
Hey,
and shielded
want to give
his
me a hand?
cigarette so that the flame wouldn't go out. He stunk of tequila. You probably shouldn't be smoking, Ricardo mentioned. The man looked at him with a smile. You sound just like my wife. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night anyway?
You sound just like my wife.
The same thing, Ricardo said, bluntly. He was never one to shy away from expressing his thoughts. The man chuckled and held out his hand and introduced himself as Javier.
Javier.
He gestured with his cigarette. What the wife doesn't know won't hurt her. So, where are you headed? The street by the old church. I'm headed that way too. I'll walk with you. And so the two men began to walk side by side. Javier was very chatty and opened up to Ricardo. He confessed that he had gotten himself into a very bad situation and owed a lot of terrible people a lot of money. And tomorrow, he was going to confront the boss and negotiate a deal. There was a pretty high chance it would not end well.
Once the screen
Ricardo
turns
asked him
black,
if his family knew
that
about
means
any
something's
of
going
this,
to
and
happen
Javier laughed.
badly.
My wife thinks
Bad.
I'm a traveling salesman. If she ever found out where our money actually came from, I'm a dead man.
Oof.
They reached the church, and Ricardo spotted the house he was looking for. It was a modest home, surrounded by a low fence covered in unique decorations Ricardo had never seen the likes
Yeah.
of before.
That looks like Day of the Dead
Ricardo had
decorations.
completely forgotten
Like,
about his companion.
Something for Day
But
of
when he
the
turned
Dead.
around to say
Her
goodbye,
companions.
Javier had already left. The door was opened by a small boy who led him inside. There, he was greeted by a visibly upset woman.
Okay.
The inside of the house was decorated with even more strange amulets and charms.
Okay.
The woman thanked him for coming at such a late hour and shoved a letter in his hands. Ricardo read the first line out loud. To the family of Javier Garcia, he paused. He silently read the rest of the letter to himself. With every word, his eyes grew wider and wider.
Javier's dead.
Dropped deeper and deeper.
Javier's dead.
Cousin is a worthless piece of shit. He's now underground where he belongs. And if you don't send the rest of the money he owes us, you'll join him too. Ricardo stared in total disbelief at the page in front of him. The woman was pestering Ricardo to read the letter aloud. He turned to Javier's family and said, Your husband is fine. He was sent on a last-minute, very important trip. It won't be long before you see him again. I'm sorry, I have to go. Good night. Ricardo left the house with a knot in his stomach. The family was in danger, but he just couldn't bring himself to tell them the truth and ruin their image of Javier. Once he reached the fence, he found Javier was standing just on the other side.
I thought
But
Javier's dead.
Clean cut and put together. His face was battered and bruised.
Yeah,
His suit
Javier was
in
already
blood and
dead.
Sweat. His limbs were contorted in horrific ways. He saw Ricardo and lifted his unlit cigarette with his mutilated arm. Hey, want to give me a hand?
No. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to give you a hand. I don't want to give you a hand. That was freaking scary. All of these stories, wow. We reacted to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We reacted to 5 stories, but like that's about all I can do for right now. Make sure you guys go check this out on Snapchat. It's called Something Scary. These are like great stories. Oh my god. Want to hear something scary? Join us every week for the creepiest ghost story, urban legends, and folktales brought to life like you've never seen them before. So these are like, I guess, stories that have been told before, but this is great. Like, these are great stories. So that's all for today. I'm gonna, not go to bed. I'm not gonna drink water. And I'm not gonna go near any horses. And I'm definitely not going to back to my summer camp. And most importantly, I'm not going to any church again. Like, now I'm actually terrified of churches. Thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, bye.